Well, good morning. I'm enjoying my bulletproof coffee, which today is this is actually my third cup. It's decaf Peruvian, and I put a little piece of 100% pure cocoa in it, like baking cocoa or cacao, as they say, that I got from Whole Foods. Phenomenal stuff. Not stuff you want to eat on your own. You're not going to take a bite out of this and go, chocolate, because it is slightly bitter, but when used in cooking or in bulletproof coffee, it's sick. So what I do is I make coffee in a French press, put in a little, you know how like the little blocks of baking chocolate, they're in squares like this, then they're scored. I just break off one of those little tiny little things, put it in the blender. I put in a shot of MCT oil. I didn't use coconut oil today. I used MCT oil, which is medium chain triglycerides. That is extracted from coconut oil, a vanilla flavored one. And I put in a half a teaspoon of Vietnamese cinnamon and a tablespoon of grass-fed butter. After I brewed the coffee, pressed it down in the French press, I put it in the blender and made this magnificent concoction that I'm having in my NRA Don't Tread on Me mug. Second Amendment fans, cheers to you. But that's not the reason why we're here. Today, when early morning pipe tobacco was in crisis with Dunhill, I started panicking a little bit because I really enjoyed it. I even enjoyed EMP Match even better than early morning pipe. And then that disappeared. When that came back, it was a different formulation, and I was like, gag me. It just reminded me of Dunhill Standard Mix. It did not have that light thing. And then I found Daybreak, which to me is the perfect morning blend, which is what I named. My morning show is called Daybreak, so what a great pairing that is. But in my search for morning tobaccos, something that I can have with a cup of coffee on the weekends or when I'm not working cutting hair, I just did a search for morning tobaccos. And one of those searches came up with Chelsea Morning by GLPs. I got this from thepipenook.com. I'm going to put a link to everything down below. So today, we're going to try Chelsea Morning, not Chelsea Manning, Chelsea Morning in the Sultanelli, which is a Savinelli 673KS, which I call the perfect pipe. It is the absolutely most perfect pipe in the world. I wouldn't get any other style than this. Although I love my Savinellis, this is the perfect smoking pipe. It's probably one of the most perfect smoking pipes that I've ever owned. So let's fill this up and just take Chelsea Morning for a little ride while I'm drinking my bulletproof coffee. Let's look at it here. It looks more like a broken flake to me. I see golden, I see a little red, and I see some dark leaf in there. That dark leaf, I don't believe it's Cavendish. I believe it's a Latakia blend. Initial tin note reminds me of a lighter early morning pipe and much sweeter. I have a funny feeling this would age so freaking well. I'm a big fan of aging tobaccos. When you find a tobacco that you like, a pipe tobacco, order 2 tins the next time around. One to smoke, one to put away or put in a jar. I believe this is just going to age insanely. I got it from thepipenook.com. One of my favorite places. So let's fill this thing up. The Sultanelli. I'm going to put a link for the Sultanelli. One of the most perfect pipes ever made. I'm only filling this up halfway. Tin note was great. Let's fire it up and see what we got going here. Tamp it a little bit. Fire it up. char light, the initial light, first light, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a purist in that way. I can't believe you're lighting your pipe with a Bic. I can't believe you're lighting your pipe with a Zippo. I can't believe you're lighting your pipe with a... Honestly, who gives a shit? Seriously, who cares? I will light my pipe with pussy hats and baby seals if I want to. It doesn't matter to me. I'm doing it for me, not for anyone else. Light your pipe however you want. Tamp your pipe with your finger, your knuckle, your nose. It doesn't matter. A Bic pen, a golf tee, a $200 tamper, a stick. It just doesn't matter. Some people it does matter. And that kind of like defeats the whole purpose of pipe smoking, is that it takes you to another world. It takes you somewhere else. Lose your hang-ups. Get rid of the hang-ups. Relax. Relax. Like Baba Sen, the cosmic barber, says, relax, relax. He just died, too, this past week. Baba Sen, S-E-N, the cosmic barber on YouTube, died in Pushkar, India this past week. And actually, I'm kind of like in mourning because I watched him every single day. He was a barber, and he did a lot of like Indian head massages. He was into Reiki and all that like relaxing stuff. Blows my mind. He wasn't, I don't think he was more than 60, if I'm not mistaken. He was probably like my age, I'm guessing. Bulletproof coffee with cinnamon, chocolate, butter, MCT oil, decaf. Already had my 2 cups of regular Ethiopian coffee this morning. I would be flying high if that was just regular coffee. So let's keep this going now, the second light. A little spicy. I can see where it would be a morning tobacco. It doesn't have that hardcore Balkan 965 Bill Bailey's Balkan blend, Presbyterian, Northwoods kind of vibe to it. It's mellow. I will never smoke it again with bulletproof coffee. Not a good pairing. I don't think what I made here is a good pairing for this, but I always have a cup of bulletproof coffee. But I will never do that with a pipe ever again. This is my first time having bulletproof coffee with a pipe. Ain't happening. The flavors are just not mixing well for me. As opposed to like Maker's Mark in Virginia Cream, which was a killer combo. Killer. This is a medium, it's a medium moisture level. I didn't let it dry at all, so it took a few more lights and puffs to get it ignited. If I want to get a pipe chugging again, I always just put my finger over the bowl a little bit and restrict the airflow, and then just do 3 or 4 puffs to kind of build up that rich smoke. I'm going to need to relight it now because I didn't let it dry. A lot of guys are like, this pipe thing ain't working for me. Maybe it's not meant for me. Tamping, packing, lighting. You got to master those three things. Nice. It's a dude's tobacco. This is not woman friendly, I don't think. I like the smell of pipe tobacco in my beard. I don't think a woman likes it unless it's got a nice, more creamier, aromatic kind of thing. This could potentially give you gnarly breath. That's why I would say smoke it when you don't have any appointments, when you're not going to be kissing on anybody or hugging on anyone. If you wonder why your wife or girlfriend ain't coming near you, maybe you're piping a little bit too much there, bucko. I know you want to sit in your man cave. I know you want to just be manly and drink your beer and whiskey, but sometimes you still got to game your wife, dude. It's not about winning her over once and then you have her for life. She wants to be gamed over and over and over. I said in one of my tweets this morning, if she's not sending you alluring photos throughout the day on your cell phone, alluring, fun, playful photos, which means she could just hold her phone out and take a selfie and smile. Maybe a little cleavage in there. I'm not saying porn. I mean alluring. If she's not sending them to you, who is she sending them to? And guys, I have to say this to the young guys. No dick pics, all right? A dude taking a picture of his junk down there and sending it to a woman. Digital is forever. You don't do that. That stuff never goes away. We like it when women send us alluring and seductive pictures. But if you send a picture of anything below your belly button to a woman, take my word for it, she'd rather see a 6-inch stack of 100s than 6 inches of anything else. Women are not like men visually. It's just, you know, a woman takes a picture of herself and then puts in the caption, in the text, "I'll be waiting for you when you get home," or "I can't wait to see you tonight." That fires us up. We're men. We're visual. A guy takes a picture of himself below the belly button, sends it to her and says, "I can't wait to see you tonight." She's like, what the? Women don't work that way. One of the problems is I don't want you to try to... Women are not like you. Men and women are different. Hashtag men and women are different. Okay? Your success with women is going to come from you understanding them, not loving them. Loving is a byproduct of understanding them. It's better to understand a woman than it is to love her. She'll get insulted when she hears me say that, but the reality is, when you understand a woman, you can serve her better. You can treat her better when you understand her. Seek more to understand than to be understood. Does that make sense to you? And you thought this video was just about pipe smoking, didn't you? As I like to say, there's a difference between being the most interesting man in the world and being the most interested man in the world. That's a worthy goal, to be interested in your spouse and your partner. What makes them tick, what makes them happy. And I'm not talking about becoming more feminine or less masculine. You don't win women over by being less of a man. Amplify your manhood without being macho, if that makes... Macho is just an act. Masculine is who you are. In society today, they're trying to downplay masculinity. If you just Google the phrase toxic, you'll see the Google automatically auto-completes the phrase toxic masculinity. What the actual is that all about? Let's get real. Don't downplay your masculinity. Never. Never, ever, ever. Be a man, man up, which are offensive phrases in this day and age. Can you imagine that? If a teacher says to an athlete, a coach says to an athlete, man up, be a man, he can get fired. What the hell? And I know you know better than that. All right, I'm down at about the second third of the bowl. Oh, it's changing for me. It's actually changing right now. I'm getting a different vibe. I'm starting to get that creamy thing. All of you experienced pipe smokers know this, that any kind of Latakia or Oriental Leaf or Balkan blend guys, you know, the closer you get to the bottom, the more of a cream. It's odd. It's antithetical to what you think. You would think it remains strong and smoky the whole time. It doesn't. It becomes like this creamy, rich kind of thing when you sip it. I'm liking it. Will I purchase it again? Let me finish this tin. It's too early to tell whether I'm going to try it again. Virginia cream? Yes. The next time I order it, 2 tins. That's how much I like it. If you are a fan of Chelsea Morning by GLPs, tell me why in the comment section. What do you like about it? I'm almost getting a slight cigar vibe from it as well. I haven't looked into, Stuff and Things is going to tell you every leaf that's in it. He's going to give you like a chemical analysis of it. That's one of the reasons why we like our different piper guys who describe things. And he gets into it so deep. I like it. I think you need to buy a tin of it. And I think you need to get yourself a Sultanelli. I'm going to put the links for that down below. There's no filter in this one today. This is just a filterless Sultanelli. It's the Savinelli 673KS. Can you tell I'm kind of caffeined up a little bit? I got a couple steaks thawing out in my kitchen sink, and And I think the landscaper guy is on his way here. True to form. I can't wait to live in a... I am in the middle of suburb. I'm out 4 miles outside of Philly. 4 miles. This is suburbia. Front yards, backyards, houses, Christmas lights, menorahs, soccer fields across the street, paths going through the neighborhood, sidewalks, people walking dogs. Typical suburbia. I like it. It's nice. But I'll be completely honest with you. I've had it up to here with lawnmowers, weed whackers, leaf blowers, snow blowers. Where can I go to escape the noise? "2019 is going to be the year that I escape the noise." You watch. Because these videos are going to be done lakeside, riverside, oceanside, somewhere, swamp side. But not here in suburbia. I think I'm done. I'm done being a suburban guy. Suburban life creates dad bod. I've got Navy SEAL bod right now, and I love it. And I intend to keep it that way. You know, I was telling someone earlier, and I actually tweeted it. For many years, I was doing isolation lifts at the gym. Concentration curls. Individual dumbbells for shoulders. But I haven't done combination lifts like bench press, deadlifts, squats, which work the whole body, core, things that like strengthen the core. Because I had hurt my back and I re-injure it in the same damn place over and over and over for 30 years, 3 decades, just totally fuck up my back. And then I'm usually out for 6 weeks. When you're over 50 and you have an injury, you can't just ice it and sleep it off and get back in the gym the next day. There's times where I blew out a shoulder and I was out of the gym for 2 months just because it hurt too much. So I avoided heavy weight. I still do avoid a lot of, like I don't put the bar in my shoulders and squat. I don't want anything that's going to compress my spine. So I do like those inverted leg presses where you're kind of like, not upside down, but you're pushing the weight up like that. And I have found those to be really good for me. And I can get pretty low with the platform. Bench pressing. I started bench pressing again after years of not doing it, but doing it light. I was a guy that was bench pressing 350 pounds, deadlifting 400 pounds. I was a very strong guy. Squatting my ass off, actually squatting my ass on. I owe my ass to squats. But then I got dad bod, married, raised kids, and then just ballooned up to about a 42-inch waist. Holy crap, right? Isn't that crazy? Now I'm down. I'm 5'11", 195 pounds, getting down to about 185. Muscular now, feel good. Not quite, I'm not shredded or ripped, but I look good. Like someone half my age. So last week I just started doing my combination lifts again. Bench presses, the inverted leg press, and very light deadlifts. Very light. Embarrassing light, because I'm just so damn afraid. I don't know if I should do my deadlifts on a Smith machine or not. Maybe you can comment. You guys that are into that, comment down below. I'm just always so afraid of hurting myself. And I hate that. Because I avoid the gym. And you know when I've hurt myself in the past? Doing stupid shit like taking the trash out, or shoveling snow, or picking up a box. I don't hurt myself in the gym. I hurt myself doing everyday stuff. That's why I want to make myself stronger as I'm close to 60. I want to be a strong, functional, flexible 60-year-old. Not on 9 medications like everybody else my age. I beat type 2 diabetes. I beat high blood pressure. I mean, there's a lot of shit that I overcame just by diet alone. Add a little exercise to that, damn, Navy SEAL. No disrespect to Navy SEALs, if that's you. Totally, thank you for your service. It just seems like a lot of the guys that are special, you know, like special ops dudes, you guys just have that shit down, man. And nothing but respect to you, man. Respect. Would you rather be special ops or psyops? Answer that down below. And tell me why. Chelsea Morning by GLPs. Put it on your next order. Eddie Gray from the Pipe Nook offers like really good customer service. Good guy. Handwrites notes. Well, I'm hearing the weed whackers get closer and closer, so I think it's time to stop. This is the soundtrack of Suburbia. I've kind of had it with that. I'm going to put links to everything down below. The Sultanelli, Chelsea Morning by GLPs. I think you'll like it. You want to sponsor a morning show? gb@georgebruno.com. A coffee company would be nice. That's what I'm looking for. Coffee companies. It's not cheap and it's not free. Like tattoos and haircuts. Good tattoos and haircuts aren't cheap. And cheap tattoos and haircuts aren't good. Chelsea Morning, a smoky blend, a lighter smoky blend, no bite. I'm puffing this baby like a freight train right now. No bite at all. Maybe I'm not jumping on it because of what I paired it with. Maybe that's why. Maybe I should just had it with my first regular cup of coffee. Well, here's to you, my friends. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it at night because you're hustling your ass off during the day and making money and becoming the best version of yourself, which is what I preach all the time. What is the best version of you? Is it a lighter you? Is it a smarter you? Is it a more well-read you? Is it an anger-tempered you? Is it a more loving and serving you? Is it a more leading you? What is your best version? The first thing a man should do is work on what goes in his mouth, the food. Because your fitness begins in the kitchen first, and secondly in the gym. So I challenge you, can you get into the gym and do one set today? One set. Next week, get in the gym, do 2 sets. Find a workout buddy, an accountability partner, someone to kick your ass a little bit when you don't feel like going, which will happen a lot, especially in the wintertime. And I haven't said this to you in a long time. Peace be with you. Peace is the ultimate commodity in a world of noise, in a world of political bullshit, in a world of echo chamber politics and 24/7 news cycle nonsense. Peace is a commodity. One of the reasons why I like smoking a pipe. Because for me, smoking a pipe is like taking a break from the outside world. It helps me to be in the world, but not of the world. And with that, I will say, peace be with you, my friend. Thank you for watching, and go kill it today. Tell me how you're going to kill it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, bang the thumbs up button, share the video with somebody who you think would benefit from it, and hit that little bell next to the subscription button. That way, you'll get a notification every time content like this comes out from me. No guesswork. Have a good day, my friend. Take care.